Last time on Turquoise Fever,
Take a month to go through all this.
We ain't got no turquoise. This is not good.
the Audisons were in a rut and in desperate need of turquoise.
You know, let's talk about some solutions, you know? Maybe we need to shoot a bunch of dead ground, make some big shots.
So the miners went their separate ways in search of blue gold.
There's
Oh,
a little
hey,
bit
look
right here.
here.
on this guy. There you go. Yeah, there's some good indication.
Danny and Tommy stumbled across a treasure trove on a little-known mining claim called Montezuma.
Ain't gonna believe it! The big tunnel!
Oh, look at that. Look, it's falling all over the place. Turquoise.
But Tony and Trenton struggled to get their Aunt Donna's mine up and running.
What's going on?
It's freezing up.
Oh, I don't know if this chip and hammer is a good idea right now.
Eventually, with a little luck,
Look at these nuggets here.
Tony found signs of high grade.
Woo! Nice shot. All right, let's go.
And after blasting, Tony and Trenton revealed their finds to Donna.
We'll never forget about you, okay?
You know, and it means so much to me.
And now, on this episode of Turquoise Fever,
I do jewelry design, and there's a project that I'm working on, and I've got a really, really tight deadline. And probably need to get about 5,000 carats before I leave.
a new client wants 5,000 carats of turquoise, a tall order, but one the Audisons can't refuse.
How long till Brits come? How are we
She
doing
just
on
said
that?
she was gonna be here for a week, I think she said, and we're burning it up fast.
So the miners try to move mountains for Brit,
Oh, look at that
Exactly
drill.
what we need.
with big drills, with big blasts, but still come up short.
Seeing anything, Dan?
So far, I don't see nothing.
"85 miles north of Tonopah, Nevada, brothers Tony and Trenton Audison are working their money pit, hoping to strike turquoise gold. The brothers have had difficulties getting turquoise out of the Apache Blue mine because of the steep walls that surround it. Additionally, the overhang makes any work in the heart of the pit risky business. Instead of risking their safety with the dozer, today they plan on blasting away 60 tons of rock outcropping that hangs over their mining pit.
Hey guys, holds are loaded. So I've got that very top knob right there. It's got its own set of shots in it. That's the one we want to peel off. The important thing about this shot is we've dug so deep going after this high-grade turquoise. We're getting this giant overhang. And, you know, just from the weathering and the rains and winds and stuff, it's loosened. It always has rocks loosened. It's just waiting to come down on you. And it's when one of those come off of the hill and they whack you, you know, that can be the end of you right there. But right now at its market price, Apache Blue is worth about 10 times its weight in gold, around $210,000 per pound. That's why we're here. That's why it's worth it for me and Trent. We'll go with a lead line up to the base of the hill, and then all the rest of them I want to tie together with deck cord.
Okay, they're all on the same delay.
Yeah, all on the same delay on this one.
This will be one of the biggest shots here at Apache in a long time.
Yeah, it will be.
When we get those rocks off the top, you know, right underneath that is where that high-grade turquoise is. It's the bluest turquoise in the world. Even a handful's what I'm after. A handful of that's like a pocket full of gold.
All right, I'm gonna tie him in.
Yeah. You stay here and I'll
Yeah,
go
I'll
up.
stay here.
Blasting 60 tons of heavy rock is not an easy feat. So while Trenton and Jason remove the drilling equipment to safety, Tony is tying together the detonation cords of the 8 dynamite-loaded holes. There are 8 blast holes at the topmost peak that will remove the dangerous overhang from existence.
You know, anything can go wrong at any time. It's Murphy's Law when it comes to this stuff.
You getting close?
Yep, got 5 done, 4 to go. Quite a few years ago, while we were down in there working, one of these rocks rolled 80 feet off of there and hit my younger brother, Ty.
Hey, be careful on that cliff.
Hit him so bad, that was the last time we dug here. You know, it was kind of an eye-opener that if that would have hit him in the head, even with a hard hat on, it'd break your neck. That is all of them tied to the deck cord. But even though we know this is dangerous, okay, we're alive. We do it because that's all we know, really. It's just turquoise mining, blasting, drilling, shooting. So To us, this is normal. Going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We get to feel the percussion come first, you know, and that percussion, it thumps your chest.
I think this is a good start. Look, there's nothing hanging over the top of us. Get those loose rocks down, get this widened
It
out.
was a pretty good shot, and I'm pretty excited about it, but there's also still a lot of work to do.
Let's go move in some equipment.
Sounds good to me.
Everyone's been working really hard to get me the material that I need from the mines. And in the last few weeks, my stores went from barren shelves to full shelves, and I'm really feeling excited about that. And I think that it's going to do well.
Hey.
Hey, Tom, how are you?
Good, good.
Good.
That's what we got done.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Yep, lots of good little stones for some cluster jewelry.
Yes.
Awesome.
And there's about any shape you want to put in here.
Uh-huh. How are you today?
Oh, I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. If there's anything I can show you, just let me know.
That is a great piece.
Isn't it? It's
Can
a
I
beautiful
see that?
piece. You bet.
So I heard the store just reopened.
It did. Yeah, I kind of took a break for a little while, and I'm excited about being back open again.
Very cool. Well, I
Yeah.
have been seeking you guys out for years.
Oh,
I have
really?
bought Royston Turquoise for years, and I've wanted to work direct with you guys.
Oh.
My name's Britt.
Hi, Brett. I'm Donna Otteson.
Nice to meet you,
Tom
Donna.
Otteson.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I do jewelry design, and there's a project that I'm working on, and I've got a really, really tight deadline. I have a show coming up in 6 weeks, and I'd like to showcase Royston Turquoise buckles. I can't find the stones.
Yeah.
So, do you mind if I show you a piece?
Yeah, I'd love to
That'd
see
be
it.
great.
And you come to the right place.
I come
Yes,
to the
you
right
have.
place.
I think so.
It was so exciting to have an artisan come in that is familiar with our turquoise and was so excited about buying from us. She was so excited to meet me and Tommy. We almost felt like celebrities.
So, you see, I like to use a lot of variety.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of color. I'm very specific about the stones that I use, and I really, really want to work with non-treated, natural, American
yes.
turquoise.
None of these are impossible. We should be able to.
Yeah, this is classic Royston here.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
and
it's
the
crazy.
quality of this piece is
Yeah.
just
Awesome.
amazing.
To me, Brett seemed like she tries to get what she wants. If things don't go the way she wants them, she'll let you have it.
So what kind of a time frame for us then to get you the material in order for you to fill the order?
I have a really short deadline with this project. I am going to be here for a week and probably need to get about 5,000 carats before I leave, but I gotta have it by the end of this week. I mean, my silversmiths are ready to go. I have to do all the design work before it goes to them. I know it's tight
Yes.
timing.
Yeah.
I know it's tight timing, but I really kind of need all of this, you know, in production from you guys and out so I can get it to my silversmiths.
Britt, you know, I can tell might be a little bit of high maintenance, and she's really put us in a time crunch. But we have to prove to her that we can fill her orders for her, you know, to continue to buy from us. You know, we have some other mines that we're working on right now that maybe we can give you a little variety of turquoise that we're mining.
Definitely.
As long as you guys can guarantee it's American and non-treated, I'm in.
We can do that.
We can do
Awesome.
better than that. We can work something out about going out to the mine, maybe.
If you guys could take me out there and let me actually mine and see what you do, that would be that would be like the most amazing thing.
Yeah, that's absolutely an option. You know, these
Yes,
boys love
yeah.
showing off their toys.
I would love that. Thanks, you guys.
You're
I
welcome.
really appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. Very nice meeting you.
Nice
All
meeting you,
right.
We'll
Brett.
see you guys again.
Keep in touch.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
See you
Okay,
later.
Thanks. That's perfect.
Coming up.
Hey, Trent, you coming?
Miles from Tonopah, on the very top of the Eastern Blue Mine, Danny Otteson and his crew get started on Britt West's order. Danny thinks the mine is loaded with the Royston turquoise, but getting to it is a different matter. The Ottesons have a lot stacked against them. Hard salt walls, a short turnaround time, winding switchback roads that make moving in heavy equipment nearly impossible. Nevertheless, they're making an attempt at getting to that turquoise.
What do you got, Brett?
Some interesting looking stuff, a little bit of a sample.
Oh, yeah. That's nice. I mean, there's gonna be some crazy stuff in here. So the Easter Blue mine is an old mine handed down through the family. The last time it was worked was about 20 years ago. We quit working the mine because we didn't have the right equipment to really go in there and tackle the rock. But Easter Blue is well known for some incredible high-grade blues and blue-greens. And there's some incredible turquoise that can come out of Easter Blue.
Ringen's on his way up. We'll be up here pretty quick.
Sweet. Okay.
Danny is depending on his buddy Naringen today, Naringen's monster 4-ton drill. This drill will pummel the hard salt rock walls, so Danny can set explosives, blast, and then pull out the coveted Royston turquoise for Britt.
Get the engines on that.
Get into that thing.
That's what we need right there.
Oh,
That's
look at that
exactly
drill.
what we need in this.
Oh, good to see you,
Good job.
partner.
There's a toy I was telling you about.
I'm so glad you made it.
Always
This
good
is
to
awful
see you
hard
guys.
rock, but you said you could drill through anything with this.
This thing will. It's a monster.
This is right. I got a spot right back over here I want you to
Yeah,
drill.
let's take a look at that.
Okay.
Let's see what's going on.
Well, this is the machine that can do it. This machine is awesome.
So what are you thinking? You want to take this section down, right?
Yeah, this section right here.
So why don't we do, I know you'd like to do less, but I think four holes might be good.
Okay.
One here, one there. Clear this talus away, and then one right there.
What is each stick you got? 6 foot?
6 foot.
Even 12 foot would be perfect.
Yeah, we'll help you. We'll change them out for you.
You get 12 foot. Well, yeah, we'll have to do 3 sticks.
Okay.
Three pieces of drill steel.
Danny and Naringen plan the best placement and depth for the blast holes. Naringen's drill will churn through a whopping 18 feet at a 45-degree angle, which will give them the trajectory and desired lift of dead ground.
The only thing is we're gonna have to watch about how much the mountain we might bring down on top of it. If the turquoise is there, we're gonna open it up.
Okay, awesome.
With the help of Naringen's drill, the Royston crew will be able to get through the hard salt rock and then set up an earth-shaking blast that will hopefully expose a vein of turquoise.
Get out of there!
Despite the raw power of this drill, the hard rock wall puts so much stress on this heavy hitter, it pops the drill steel out of place.
Watch your hand. Okay, line it up. Okay.
With drill steel back in place, the Audisons can forge ahead. They're losing daylight and have only been able to drill 2 of the 4 holes.
Hey, shut it down. Shut it down.
What do you think?
I think we ought to just call it a day. We only got 2 holes, but we just ain't gonna have enough light.
All right.
Best we can do. The ground was super hard, and it took all day long to get them 2 holes drilled. Just another day that we didn't get turquoise. We just meet in the morning and we'll shoot the heck out of it.
Be better to blast it at the start of the day anyway.
I got to shoot that ground and find turquoise to feel better about what's going on, because if I'm not bringing home turquoise and sawing it up and cutting it and selling it, we're not paying bills. And Britt's here to buy a lot of turquoise. So.
Yeah, we'll get it. All right.
Back at Apache, Tony and Trenton are cleaning up the debris from their last blast in an effort to widen the pit.
Come on, baby. I think we must be getting low on hydraulic fluid. But I can't get it to even go into gear right now, forward or reverse.
Do we have hydraulic fluid here?
No. We're out.
We just barely got started, and now the machine's breaking down. But this is part of mining, you know. I've always said if something's not breaking, you're not mining hard enough. We decided to keep pushing. We're gonna go down in the hole with the excavator, come in a different way, and we just really want to get to work.
Using the only excavator to widen the pit is going to be slow, and daylight is slipping away.
Whoa. Oh. Hey! Hey! No. Oh. No. Oh. There's really no way into this pit right now. There's just no safe way into this thing right now at all, Trent.
Jeez.
It looked like you were going clear over.
Felt like I was going over.
It looked like it. That's a sign to not go so fast.
Good idea.
It's too steep, it slams down, and this is a time where normally we'd go, keep going, but it's not worth the risk. So we gotta stop and back out. So this is frustrating.
Okay, we are pushing our luck, man. Let's go.
Coming up,
We're gonna shoot today, and it's gotta pay off. We gotta get turquoise today,
Yeah.
or we're not gonna get a paycheck. 3, 2, 1.
the Ottisons have taken on a new client, a jeweler named Britt West. Britt makes custom jewelry and pieces using a variety of turquoise and wants to get her hands on some famous Ottison stones. But she's working on a tight deadline, and the Ottisons agreed to get her the turquoise she needs. After striking out at both Apache Blue and Easter Blue, and fearing they won't find enough turquoise to fill Britt's order, the Ottison miners, including Trenton's wife Jacquel and Tony's wife Emily, meet back in Tonopah.
Hey guys,
Hi.
What's up?
How's it going?
you guys don't look any happier than us. So we have this big order with Britt, so we need to touch bases because if nobody thinks they're gonna hit turquoise, it's kind of, dire.
How long till Britt's comes? How are we
She
doing
just
on
said
that?
she was going to be here for a week, I think she said, and we're burning it up fast.
Yep. If we hit tomorrow, that would be good because if we don't, they don't look good at all.
I don't know how much help you guys are gonna get from us at Apache, because we're at that point that the only way to get stone out of there now is to widen it. So Trent tried to take the excavator in from the other side, come down the steep road, and it was too steep. He tipped off of there. And,
Right.
Whoa.
What happened?
You know, he started going over. It tipped pretty steep, and it's too steep to be comfortable.
Hey, you have a little baby girl coming that you've waited years for.
We know that we can't mine like we did when we were younger because we have wives and kids.
Yeah.
But right now, we get $100 a carat for an Apache Blue. If you translate that into pounds, that's $210,000 per pound. So we know it's in there, and we know what the value of it is. You have to risk something. You know, it's not just gonna come free.
Just gotta keep in mind that having lost my husband previously, and Donna was your husband, there's no amount of money
Worth your life.
worth your life. Don't cry.
I know how tough it is.
When I met Emily, she knew that my job was dangerous, and she worries about things that don't really cross through my mind, but, it comes from losing a husband in the past. And if I was to be the person that caused her to hurt, I would never forgive myself.
Tomorrow, if you guys will please come out
We'll come out
and check it out. I think we can go to work in there.
Oh yeah, I think that we definitely need to go.
The one thing that you guys got to be careful about is every time you do something and get a little complacent, but now we're in a hurry.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to hit a bunch so we can make this sell, and that is exactly when these things go bad.
Well, we gotta be safe. You gotta be smart.
It's a brand new day, and the Ottisons are back at the Easter Blue mine to tackle the hard rock. They resume work on drilling blast holes with Narinjan's heavy blast drill. With Britt West's order looming in the distance, it's crucial the Ottisons find turquoise today.
So we're gonna shoot today, and it's gotta pay off.
Thing of it is, we need to be ready for Britt, and she's here for turquoise, not for nothing. Not only that, but I know she's out here today riding some horses with Donna, and If they're anywhere close, they're gonna come in.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Let's get some turquoise coming out and impress her.
Yeah, we gotta get turquoise today.
Yeah.
Or we're not gonna get a paycheck. All right, let's go to work.
Having added another 2 holes, in addition to the 2 they drilled yesterday, Danny and his crew prepare the blast. If they don't find turquoise here, they won't have a chance to look elsewhere, coming up very short in fulfilling Britt's order.
They're both 350, so they go up at the same time. You know, mining is dangerous every day, but this is the first time I shot the bigger holes with the range drill. So I'm not sure how much to load in. Okay, a little plastico, and then we'll roll that up, shoot it. Yet I wanted to move the ground. So probably load a little bit heavy, but not too super bad. Put it all the way in, or it don't work.
Okay,
ready?
We're primed.
10 seconds. 10 seconds to the shot. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dang! Woo! Finally, something starts going our way with this mine, and it pulls perfectly just the way my dad wanted it to. So now we hopefully find some turquoise. There used to be a wall here. We have a lot of muck to dig out, though.
When the dust settled, you know, we walk up on there, and I didn't see much, so I was a little nervous. Tom, you guys just go up and help us look through this. You know, if we get into Easter Blue and mine and keep striking out, you know, you'd think maybe we'd have a backup plan, but I don't have a backup plan. So I have to hit turquoise there. It's just the bottom line.
You seeing anything, Dan?
So far, I don't see nothing.
Over at Apache Blue, Jackell and Emily join Tony and Trenton as they get the pit widened. Tony and Trenton will be setting up their last and final blast to remove the remaining outcropping that prevent them from being able to mine.
So how many holes are we going for here, Trent? Do you have that mapped out a little bit?
6 to 8, somewhere in there probably.
How deep?
6 to 10 feet.
And we get to load these pretty good, right?
Yeah.
We're not anywhere near the turquoise.
No.
The way the pit looks right now, there's a high peak that's still got some loose overhang that we have to get that out. The goal is right now, we're just gonna put holes in pretty much the peak, and we get to shoot these hard. So we get to load them hard. We really want it to shake the ground. If we can just cause any little fractures down in there, that dozer can hook them and rip that stuff out.
This is the last of our lead line.
What? Wow, how many feet are there?
Oh man, like 15 tops. And I'm not blasting with this. There's no way, that's 15 feet.
The lead line, it gives us basically an artery to the explosives at our choosing. We get to be where we want to be, and we have control over when it happens.
Well, I mean, what about doing it old school? You know, like Dad used to do it.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
We would get a piece of the safety fuse, and we'd run the safety fuse to dynamite above ground, tied to the det cord. That'll detonate the det cord. The det cord will
Drive
run
that explosion down.
It'll run its line right down all the holes, just like all that
It'll
would
be
work.
loud. It'll be louder than normal.
While Tony and Trenton have enough detonation cord, they don't have enough lead line to safely rig the blast, so they will be forced to use an older, more dangerous method of detonating the explosives. Trenton and Tony will have to rig a fuse from a stick of dynamite to their detonation cord. The fuse is then lit by hand, giving the operator only minutes to get to safety. And once the dynamite explodes, it sends a chain reaction to the rest of the explosives.
But I've heard stories about how dangerous it is.
It's only dangerous if it doesn't work.
What are you talking about? Safety's my middle name.
Well, I'll go build up.
Okay, Earl.
Yeah.
The reason we got away from the safety fuse, sometimes that fuse, you'll light it and it'll burn down and then nothing happens.
That old school or what?
Yeah.
Now you have to go into the pit where you'd already started the fire that's supposed to detonate this thing when it goes off, and you're a goner.
Let's go clear across. This is gonna take quite a lot of det cord.
With dynamite and detonation cord in hand, Tony and Trenton take care to tie everything together. When the fuse is lit, they'll only have one chance to bring down the mountain and get out of the blast zone.
I'll light it.
Maybe you can just lay it right off the cliff face here so we can watch it and make sure everything's, goes right.
Get visual.
Yeah, give us a good visual right there. So you might have to pin it with a rock. You are live, yeah. So we have about 4.5 minutes, so really you have plenty of time, but I think I'm dead, so maybe
go that way.
Right over.
Yeah.
We used to make the decision on who lights the safety fuse by who has more kids. Because if something goes wrong, you're like, well, I have more people that are gonna miss me, so let me get out of the way.
Okay, hey Trent, we're good to go. It's on you.
Copy that.
Okay, let's head for cover. Fire in the hole! Okay, that's it.
Right. Okay.
He's going, let's go. I'm gonna wait right here. You guys can lean out.
He's gonna have to book it. Call Trenton.
Hey, Trent, you coming?
Here. Trenton, hey.
You got a minute and a half.
Okay, Sam? No, not yet. Trenton.
Coming! There he is. Come on, Trent!
Trenton, hurry up! When I see Trenton running up the hill, I'm thinking, you ran track in college. I think we need to, like, maybe, you know, go back to working on some of your track skills and run a little faster. What happened? It kind of took a long time. I'm worried.
Well, it's a long ways.
Did it light right?
It's going.
Here we go. About 10 seconds left. I'm gonna do the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One.
Sure you
Hey,
can.
stand by. Let's wait a second.
Might be burning a little slow.
Go. Come on, baby. Go.
What's going on?
Ready?
Coming up.
So we're getting close to the pit up here.
I'm so excited to see what they found.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
The blue gold.
After running out of lead line, Tony and Trenton rigged an explosion the old-fashioned way. However,
3, 2, 1.
their plan appears to have failed.
1.
Sure you
Hey,
can.
stand by. Get ready though. It could go in any second. We need to be able to duck in. What now?
Well, I mean, it's a live detonator sitting right there now. We can...
Hey, you can't go in. It's not safe at all.
Tony and Trenton have run into another hiccup. With no explosion, the guys aren't sure if it's something wrong with the fuse or if it's long burning.
By law, we have to wait 30 minutes to even go over and check it. But that doesn't even mean that it's still not burning inside that fuse.
No, it doesn't guarantee anything.
You guys aren't going in there, so it's not going to work. Who's to say it wouldn't go off at 32 minutes? I'm not going to risk that. I'm not going to risk my husband or my brother-in-law going into that pit.
Give me the sat phone, I'll call Dad.
Okay.
We'll find out if there's something else. If there isn't, then we're camping here tonight because you can't leave live holes in the ground.
Yeah.
So hope you got something lined up with the kids.
This is so typical.
Hey, Dad. We're having some trouble shooting here. We ran an old fuse, the old safety fuse, and tied it in. So now the problem is the safety fuse didn't burn, and we have live shots in the hole. Trying to find out if you have any ideas of, you know, how we can get this thing to go right now. No, we would go in and change out fuses, but Emily and Jaquel they're not letting us go.
Hopefully, I can come up with an idea.
Yeah, I hope so.
Really? Hey, Trent.
Yeah.
You got your rifle out here?
Yeah.
I'll call you back. All right, bye. He says you can see that stick. Shoot it. Should create that shockwave that we need to start the hole.
I can see it.
Yeah, he can do it from right here.
From
We don't even have to go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, let's do it.
Let's get the gun. You pick a spot where you want to shoot. stay close to the bunkers type of thing.
Road.
So my dad says, take your rifle, and that setup that you have above ground that didn't go, all you need to do is hit that with a high enough caliber bullet that's flying fast enough, and that will create that shockwave you need that'll detonate the whole thing.
I'm ready. Give me a 10-second countdown.
Going live in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dang!
We gotta get this shot.
This needs to happen. I mean, you need to hit it.
I'm ready.
Ready?
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Gary, head back.
Nice shot, Trenton. It worked. Oh my gosh, I cannot express the relief that I have.
Good shot.
After a successful blast over at Easter Blue, Danny and the crew have not quite found the rich turquoise they hoped for on the surface. With such a massive blast, Danny has Lane use the excavator to skim off the top layer in hopes they find something.
Hey, we got some turquoise showing in here. Oh, wow, right in there. Yeah, that's top of the line Easter Blue right there. They don't get no better than that, huh? This is good. I'm really glad that my hunch pulled through, because just about where we were hoping there would be turquoise, there was. It was laying all over the place. Oh.
Holy cow, look at that one. Look at that, spider web.
I'm talking dollars a carat for that color of ribbon right there.
Oh, man. I think Britt's gonna be happy with this stuff. I hope so.
I'm more excited about the ribbon potential we're gonna have here.
I know.
This goes all the way up. There's gonna be turquoise all through here.
We're back in the top grade Easter Blue turquoise again. Beautiful blue-green, blue turquoise.
So we're getting close to the pit up here.
I'm so excited to see what they found.
Yeah, exactly, me too.
Some blue gold.
The Royston crew's been really busy opening up Easter Blue again. And Britt's followed through on her promise to go to the mine. So it's my job to escort her up there today.
Hey, you.
Britt. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you finally. I heard you got some good turquoise up here and you're gonna let me get dirty.
Yes,
Awesome.
we do. We hit good.
So when we met the boys at the top of the pit there, I was ready to turn her over to them and let her get her mining education.
Hit it from the backside.
Yeah, use the back of the hammer.
The hammer. There you
breaking.
go.
There's the first time for everything.
Yeah.
Don't hit the turquoise.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you don't do is hit the turquoise.
But the color's hard to beat.
I'm like a little kid in
That's
the candy
crazy,
shop
huh?
right now.
And we haven't even dug it up yet.
I'm just gonna start filling my pockets up, so you guys better get to work.
Yeah, we're gonna dig
We'll
it
pull
out.
in that excavator.
Do you think we can find large enough pieces in this strike for a 400 or 500 carat buckle? I gotta get out of here, and we gotta have these pieces. No, I've gotta get this stuff going.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
We're gonna make it happen. This is a crazy turnaround. I'll be pushing these guys to their last ounce of strength. But luckily, we got the turquoise right underneath us. We just gotta get it and fast.
You guys get after it, and we'll meet you back down at the shop.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay.
Good deal, Britt.
Thanks,
a
brother.
lot for coming.
Coming up.
I laid that cliff out pretty good. Well, we can get down there now. We can check that spot right there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, TJ and Jason, you guys can come on back. Let's get to work.
After blasting the last outcropping at Apache Blue, Tony and Trenton survey the results.
Look at all this in the road here. This is all stuff that came off of that.
Dang.
I laid that cliff out pretty good. Well, we can get down there now. We can check that spot right there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, TJ and Jason, you guys can come on back. Let's get to work. Tej, you can bring the excavator on down.
Now that the dangerous outcropping has been dealt with, the crew plans to dig out the loose rock, and maybe they'll even find some turquoise in the rubble.
Trent, look. We're getting into solid ground right there now. Walls are all clean. There's the ladies.
I don't want to fall on that.
I hope they're impressed.
Yeah.
Are you happy?
That's looking good.
Yeah.
Actually,
Get a few
I'm
minutes.
surprised.
Give us a few minutes to clean it off.
Yeah.
See what we can get into.
Yeah, get this done. Yeah, awesome.
After we've been through everything just to get to this point, we're not coming out of this pit without some turquoise in these buckets.
I see blue.
Let's see.
Just gotta find where it's coming from.
Oh, right there.
Nice.
That's the stuff.
Good blue?
Yeah, it's great. You want to see it? What?
Nice
good
catch.
catch, Kel.
Nice. Yeah, that looks nice.
Yeah, let's fill as much as we can before it gets dark. Get it to town. We'll call it a day here.
Instantly, there's blue showing up, like right away. Like, that's amazing. That doesn't always happen. So the fact that we're already seeing turquoise and Apache is amazing.
There, looks like there's a big nugget right above your left hand there.
Here?
Yeah. Is that a nugget?
Oh, yeah.
Such vindication. It's such a good feeling to know that the perseverance that it took to get to this point right now has paid off. Grandpa Lynn and Uncle Dean that taught us keep going. You just keep going. Hopefully everybody's pretty proud to know that we overcame to get what we got.
Ooh.
Let's see.
That's exciting.
Yeah, and now we're talking risk reward.
Actually, yeah, it's
awesome.
pretty promising seeing this right away.
Yeah. Nice.
There's even better. There's 10 times better down in that hole. So thank you for letting us come back in.
That's awesome.
Love you.
It's exciting.
Let's load up and go to town.
Love you.
I love you too.
Thanks for believing in me.
Danny and Tommy have been working all day and late into the night to get Britt's order filled. Now back in the shop, Danny, Tristan, and Lane polish their findings, while Tommy and Donna sort through the stones that have been prepped.
Let's get this sorted out for Britt. Personally, I think she'll use most of this for sure. And maybe all of it, because when she showed us that buckle, every color in here, she used in them buckles.
Yeah, exactly. But I think she's going to be kind of particular about, you know, what she's wanting. Because Britt is a new buyer from us, she may not have the confidence in us that other buyers have that have bought from us before. So we got to make sure that we don't have anything in there that she can complain about.
I honestly think that if she buys one, she'll be back and buy a lot more.
And you know, Tony brought us this tray of pretty high-grade Apache.
Yeah. Let's just see what this comes out to. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, $16,000 for that bunch right there.
That's a pretty good start.
Yeah, it is. Good start here, Tommy.
Sounds good.
Okay, well, I don't know about you, but we're all exhausted, you know, and this stuff, it starts looking all the same, so.
I think we ought to just knock it off. I think she could probably like most everything here.
Coming up.
I mean, you guys can't do any better.
I don't think you're gonna get a better deal than that anywhere. You know.
So Britt, we're over here.
How's it going?
It's going great. So I've asked Britt to come to the Mizpah Hotel, and we lay out all of this turquoise, and I mean, we're talking even high-grade turquoise from the Apache and that, in the hopes that she's gonna take a look at it and say, how am I supposed to pick?
So what you got here for me?
We got lots of different stuff here for you to take a look at.
Okay, awesome. This looks great.
Easter Blue, Royston,
Yeah.
Apache.
Yeah.
Everything we've mined as quick as we could get it out of the ground for you, knowing you were coming, needing a bunch of material.
Yep.
And how many carats were you guys able to cut?
And there's just a tad over 10,000 carats total weight of everything here.
And you guys did a great job for the time construct that you have. The bronze matrix is just amazing. You know, the spiderweb matrix is great. So, you know, I guess that what it comes down to is I'm willing to throw down $10,000, $15,000 here. We need to get to brass tacks on what this goes per carat, if I can pick, because I really like to pick my stones. So what are you looking at per carat?
If you're gonna spend 10, 12, 15,000, then $5 a carat,
I
and
think
you
that
think
would be
that's
good.
fair for
Okay.
your guys' work?
Yeah.
If it's less than that, then honestly, we would have you picking for about 8 a carat.
Well, I had a budget of about 15. And that's really $15,000 at $5 a carat's really not going to get me what I need. I mean, I need to build several buckles. I've got a really big project going. I mean, you guys can't do any better.
I don't think you're going to get a better deal than that anywhere. You can't get it cheaper than buying it from the miner. That's really all there is to it. So,
All right.
okay.
But there's always the but. A lot of times what we'll do is we'll try and cut a better deal if you take everything.
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 Yep.
Every piece.
So what are you thinking that way?
Gosh. Come down to 3.
Yeah, I say 3.
$3 per carat.
So we give Britt the sales pitch that if we give her a discounted wholesale price to maybe sweeten the pot a little bit, that maybe we could sell her a bigger quantity. But I can't quite read what she's thinking.
There's just over 10,000 carats here, so we'll make it an even 30,000, but no lower than that. Like
Okay.
once we come down past that, we're starting to dip into our expenses.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna have to sell my house to do this.
If Britt's smart, she'll take this because she's getting access to turquoise that nobody's been able to get for so many years.
Well, guys, you know, I really don't see anything here I don't like.
It's great stone, and it was hard to get.
Hard to get. Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. It was hard to get.
And I get buying in bulk. It's just 30,000. I'd like to buy it all. And I'd like to make you my exclusive dealer.
Right.
What do you
That
say,
is
brother?
so good. Thank you.
Yeah,
Welcome, brother.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best right now just to smile and be professional and thank you. And thank you, you know, like this happens every day for me type of deal. But there's a huge part of me that I just want to, you know, do a backflip over the couch right now and get a run around, high five all these people around here I don't even know.
You'll make money.
You did good anyway.
On top of being able to get the feelings of having Apache Blue and Easter Blue going, we picked up a new client that is a big spender. Right now, everything is rolling in the right direction for the Ottisons.
When you came up and picked dirt with us, right? Mm-hmm. One rock you found here.
That I didn't put in my pocket?
You didn't put in your pocket. You showed me you loved it.
Rookie.
And we brought it home and polished it off for you.
Wow, check that out. Wow.
So it's pretty, huh?
That's amazing.
So you can keep that.
Thank
That's just
you.
a gift. My dad used to give everyone that come to the mine, come to mine with us, he got a gift, a piece of turquoise. Whether they liked it or not, they got it.
Yeah.
That's
So-
awesome.
It's
Thank
kind
you
of a
guys.
family tradition. Give me a few minutes. I'll get this all bagged up for
Okay.
you and get you down the road.
Okay.
It was great meeting you.
Absolutely.
And
My
can't wait
pleasure.
for your next visit.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Yep, you got it. Thank you.